Why Queen Camilla may wear a tiara on her birthday this summer. Queen Camilla's birthday may come with a crown this year. The Queen will turn 77 on July 17th, and her birthday is set to coincide with a big event on the royal calendar. On May 30th, the British Parliament was dissolved ahead of the upcoming general election on July 4th, and the new group will reconvene on July 9th when members begin to take the oath. From there, the House of Lords said the next state opening of Parliament is expected to be held on July 17th on the Queen's birthday. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. The state opening of Parliament is the ceremonial kickoff for the start of the parliamentary year, and the reigning monarch plays a key role in the festivities tracing back to the 14th century. King Charles continued tradition at the first opening ceremony of his royal reign in November 2023, where he and Queen Camilla processed from Buckingham Palace to the Palace of Westminster in London in a horse-drawn carriage and entered in a stunning procession. The king donned royal regalia, including the imperial state crown and imperial robe of state, and later read the king's speech during the ceremony. The remarks are written by the government as an outline of its policies and proposed legislation for the new parliamentary session, which officially begins when the monarch leaves. King Charles' first state opening of Parliament marked his second time wearing the imperial state crown 6 months following his historic coronation in May 2023. Meanwhile, his wife also had a breakout moment in a headpiece debut. Queen Camilla sported the diamond diadem for the first time at the latest state opening of Parliament, sporting a piece with 1,333 diamonds and a rich history. Also known as the George IV state diadem, the regal headpiece was made for the coronation of King George IV in 1820 and is what the monarch wore, along with a large purple velvet cap, on his way to Westminster Abbey for his crowning ceremony. It was a memorable moment for Queen Camilla to wear the diamond diadem, as it has been worn by every British queen, whether they reigned or were consorts, since the reign of King George IV. The diadem was closely associated with Queen Elizabeth, who wore it on the way to her coronation in 1953 and en route to most state openings of Parliament, as well as in photos used across British and Commonwealth coinage, banknotes and postage stamps. It is distinct for its design of 4 crosses alternating with 4 sprays representing the national emblems of England, roses, Ireland, shamrocks, and Scotland, thistles. On July 17th, Queen Camilla could have a royal repeat in the diamond diadem, or opt for another headpiece from the royal vault if she and King Charles attend the state opening of Parliament expected to be held that day. The king resumed public-facing duties in late April after the palace announced he was diagnosed with cancer and began treatment in February. Queen Camilla has since said her husband was thrilled to return to work, though Buckingham Palace has guided that the possible engagements slated for the king's summer schedule will be reviewed on a case-by-case basis in the months ahead. Any public-facing engagements will be announced nearer the time in the usual way and will remain subject to doctor's advice, but it will not be a full summer program, the palace said in late April. His Majesty will of course continue with all official state business and selected audiences, as he has done throughout his period of treatment. On May 30th, it was announced that the king would attend Trooping the Colour on June 17th, participating in a modified way. Instead of saddling up on horseback as he did for the military parade marking his birthday last year, he will travel by horse-drawn carriage with Queen Camilla. Before the state opening of Parliament, the Queen might have another tiara moment as well. In the same announcement about King Charles' return to forward-facing duties amid his cancer treatment, the palace also announced the King and Queen would host the Emperor and Empress of Japan for a state visit in late June. The diplomatic visits usually include a state dinner, where royal women often slip on tiaras for the glam banquets. However, it's understood that Buckingham Palace is awaiting guidance from the Foreign Office about whether the visit will continue considering the general election on July 4th. The British royals typically leave the public space around elections to keep public attention on the pivotal issues it presents.